you. Every single one of you between a 10 and a 6. But this is coming from a solid 5, so I'm punching above my weight with the least of you. Hello. You look like a nice audience. This looks like a nice venue. I look like a nice stand-up comedian, so we are going to have a nice time. That is a promise or a threat, depending on which motivates you more, the carrot or the stick. So my name's Chrissy, Derbyshire. Just to give you a very quick idea of the... Did you just laugh at my name? Devastating. Just to give you a very quick idea of the kind of person you're dealing with here, I recently put both of my hands in the bin in a public bathroom because I thought it was a Dyson Airblade. So that's me. It's true. What else can I say about myself? I'm quite a modern person. I'd like to think I'm a bit of an advocate for more progressive, more atypical family setups. For instance, my life partner isn't strictly a husband. If anything, he's more what you'd call a cat. He's a cat. He's a cat. His name's Bernard. I think we have a very healthy relationship, except that he did recently lick my boob, and we haven't really spoken about it since, so I'm not sure what that means for us. What else can I say about myself? I think it's going to be my year. I think this is going to be my year. I think this might be the year that I finally become a viable human being. It's a bit of an uphill struggle, though. It has been an uphill struggle. Most struggles are uphill, really, aren't they, when you think about them? Hardly ever hear of struggles in other directions. Sisyphus chasing a boulder down a hill, like, shit, catch it. It has been an uphill struggle. There are a lot of impediments to me becoming a functioning human. For a start, like every self-respecting stand-up comedian, I have ADHD. I have ADHD. Yeah, ADHD. No impulse control. I have ADHD, I have poor short-term memory, poor impulse control, I'm clinically depressed, I have poor short-term memory, and I'm an introvert. And to top it all off, I've chosen, as a profession, something that necessitates the most unnatural social situations possible. This is not normal, okay? This is weird. Me up here, you down there, do I have the power because I'm holding the mic? Do you have the power because there are more of you than there are of me? Barely. It's weird, isn't it? It is weird. It is weird. I'm going to make it so weird. And in the spirit of that, I've been thinking a lot lately about my internal organs. Saw you enjoyed the spleen chat, thought I'd get on that. There's no natural way to introduce that into the conversation, though, is there? It always feels a little bit forced. And we're all, I would say, weirdly coy, weirdly prudish about our things. Like, as soon as our insides are mentioned, we become some kind of fainting aunt from a Jane Austen novel. Mr. Darcy, please, your kidneys. They're on full display. Save something for your wife. That was from Pride and Pancreas. She's not a one-liner comedian, but she's got range, hasn't she? She has got range. Yeah, we're weirdly coy about them, but they are there, aren't they? In us, I think. I mean, I don't look very often. I would say I look at my own insides the normal amount, which I googled that, and that's not at all. Not at all. I don't look at my own insides at all. But I do believe that they're there. And I don't like that I'm aware that they're there. I think if you want to be constantly mildly traumatised, and you're watching me, so I assume that's what you're into, I would recommend becoming aware of your internal organs and the fact that, best case scenario, they're sitting there inside you day after day, doing things without your complete understanding or your permission. And there's going to be loads of them too. Like, if I had to estimate, I would say at least 5 or 6 different bits. I'm not a qualified doctor. I could have been, I chose not to be. Medicine's loss was comedy's gain. I am going somewhere with this, by the way, I do have a point. I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page vis-a-vis guts. And And on that note, hello, hi. Sorry, what was that? Oh, he's so shy. Sorry, what was your name? George. Oh, don't know what I was expecting really. Hello, George. Tell me, George, do you think it's reasonable for me to assume that you have internal organs? I mean, that's an uncomfortably long pause before saying yes. No answer, he's a man of business. This is unprecedented! This man is hollow! Turn him upside down, he sounds like a rain stick. Either that or he's just got a series of smaller and smaller men inside him, like a set of nesting dolls. We'll never know. I don't think it's that controversial, though, for me to assume that most of us have internal organs. More contentiously, though, I think that some of my major organs have a good cop, bad cop situation going on. Yeah, I will explain. My heart, that's the good cop. No problem at all with my heart. It pumps blood around my body like an absolute champ. I want it to beat. It does beat every day so far. No problem at all with my heart. My brain, on the other hand, arsehole. Not literally, obviously, that would be biologically quite upsetting. No. I mean, my brain is a dick. Again, not literally. To be absolutely clear, my brain is a brain, but that is the best thing I can say about it. I hate it hates me, there's mutual animosity there. At best, it's kind of blithely useless. At worst, I think it might be trying to kill me. Every day, several times a day, my brain will just go, oh no! I say, what? What is it? And my brain will say, oh no! You've forgotten! I say, what? What have I forgotten? And my brain will say, I don't know, something probably. The worst part is it's usually right. I usually have forgotten something because, as I said, I have zero short-term memory. Brilliant long-term, zero short-term. So I can remember word for word the song from a chicken Bovril advert from 1988. But I can't remember the beginning of this sentence. I'm just hoping that by the time I reach a natural pause in speech, it's at least grammatically correct. So I'm desperately trying to work out what it is that I might have forgotten. And my brain pops up again very usefully. Hi, sorry, excuse me, hi. Maybe you've forgotten your PE kit. And I say, no. I don't think so, brain. I'm 40 years old, actually. Do I need a PE kit? No. Do I own a PE kit? No. Am I still scared of my PE teacher? Yes, very much. Yes, so thanks for that, brain. Then again, as soon as I lay my head down to sleep, as soon as my head hits the pillow, my brain pops up like Microsoft Word paperclip. It looks like you're trying to be sleep deprived. Would you like some help with that? No, no, thank you. It's got the bit between its teeth now. Not literally, it doesn't have teeth, it's a brain. It's on a roll. And it says, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, because I've got 5 hours of fake definitions of words to share with you. I say, no, thank you, I really don't want that brain. And my brain says, a platypus is a cat with brains. I said, no. And my brain says, melancholy, a dog made of fruit. And I say, no! And my brain says, archetype is the answer to what kind of boat did Noah have? He had an archetype of boat. And I say, shut up! And my brain says, I see how it is. You want me to change the channel. Whatever that noise was, you're right. I say, oh God, no, please, don't change the channel. But it says, no, you've twisted my arm. Oh, literally, it's a brain. You've persuaded me. I'm going to change the channel. And then it's a 50-50 chance of it being either a night of crippling self-loathing, so my brain reminding me of all the ways in which I might have let down myself, my child, my parents, my friends, my lovers, not in bed, just FYI. My PE teacher again, weirdly. Sometimes my country. Either that, or again, on a loop, that chicken Bovril advert from 1988. That advert, I'm not sponsored, there are other meat drinks available, but that advert, there was a woman in that chicken Bovril advert that claims to be a fashion model. I don't think fashion models do drink liquid chicken. And that has bothered me for 37 years. Because that's another thing I struggle with. I struggle with the kind of hierarchy of what should and should not worry me. And that worries me. I don't know if it should. Like, I'll give you an example of this. A while ago, I had a bit of a day. Okay, 2 things happened. Just more things than usually happen to me in a day. First, I had some neutral feedback. Not negative feedback, neutral feedback. And my brain's response to it, well, I'm going to be fired. They've worked out I'm not a real human being and I am going to lose my job. I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage, I'm going to lose my home. The song says nobody wants you when you're down and out, nobody's going to want me, nobody wants me now, but they're going to want me even less. I'm going to become a social pariah, a warning to idle neurodivergent children. If you don't study small talk hard enough, you'll become like the swamp hag. Is there even a swamp near me? What do I have to construct my own swamp? I don't know how to do that. I'm not a telmatologist. Every day's a school day, telmatologist, swamp specialist. I'm not a telmatologist. I'm going to fail at being a swamp hag. I'm going to have nothing and nobody. I'm going to die alone and unloved in a sewer. And my cat, Bernard, is going to feast on my corpse. Because I need good feedback. I crave validation. When my doctor said my urine sample was perfect, without thinking, my response was, oh, thanks. What, this old thing? I'll put that on my CV. Put it on my Tinder profile with good sense of humour. Perfect urine sample. So you'll remember then that 2 things happened to me that day. Okay, the first one was that I had this neutral feedback. The second one, I slightly set my house on fire. Whoops, so random, what am I like? Yeah, I set my house on fire a little bit, and don't get me wrong, it was scary. I had to use a fire blanket for the first time ever. I didn't know how to use it. As far as I was concerned, there was a very strong chance that in using the fire blanket to put out the fire, I would set the fire blanket on fire. It was scary. But by the time I'd calmed down, by the time I kind of sorted it all out in my head, my brain's response to it was, oh, I tell you what, that was a nice change of pace. So I tried to quiet the stupidity with work. Not comedy work, real work, busy. But my brain is still there. And I know it has to be there so that I can live. But it has nothing useful to contribute. It remains loud and it remains stupid. Like sometimes I'll be working on my laptop. I'm not a pianist or a very good mime. I'll be working and my brain will come up and say, hi. Busy. Yes, I'm working. Working, are you? Cool. Hey, you know how you're interested in languages? Yes. Why? And you know how the French word for bike is vélo? Yes, I think I remember that from school. Why are you telling me this? Velociraptors are called velociraptors because they used to ride bicycles. That's not true! No, that's not true. You're just doing full etymology again. And people often come up to me after my gigs and say, oh, Chrissy, I love this character you've created. No, I have several titles. I'm working on it, though. I am working on it. I'm in therapy right now. Thank you. Bedside manner's a bit weird. You keep laughing at me, but I think I'm into it. It's good, though, isn't it? It's good to talk. It's good to talk about the things that trouble us. You know, whatever your outlet, whether you've got access to real therapy, whether you just talk to a friend, vent on social media. I think this lady over here looks like she might write sad songs on a ukulele. That is absolutely fine. It's good to talk about the ways in which we are weird and messed up and broken because we are all weird and messed up. and a little bit broken. This world, this beautiful, miraculous, lush green earth on which we live is so weird. It is so messed up. Have you ever seen a nature documentary? Don't. Don't if you want to still like nature. It's a Lovecraftian hellscape out there. An octopus's penis, ladies and gentlemen, is on the end of one of its arms. It can rip it off and throw it at you if it wants to mate. Not you personally, I don't know why we locked eyes. But still, that doesn't feel right, does it? That is counterintuitive. I think if you're not at least a little bit put out by that, I put it to you that your Pornhub search history is troublingly specific. You can call it vintage anime as much as you want, Joey. The thing is, I'm not sure how to exist in a world where octopuses are out there just flinging their penises at people. Probably not people, probably other octopuses. I don't know. I'm not a cephalopodologist, octopus scientist. Scientist who studies octopuses, not scientist who is an octopus. Unless that octopus scientist is in turn studying other octopuses. Either way, I'm not one of those. But I am some kind of human. How do I go on in a world where I am so full of disgusting, visceral, throbbing guts? All these liquids and solids, and why can't I just be some kind of amusing mist? How do I survive in this world? The answer, of course, is I do this. I do this stand-up comedy, and I'm aware that it doesn't feel like a real thing that people do. Like to the extent that whenever I tell someone that I'm a comedian, I feel like I must be lying. Like, as far as I'm concerned, they've asked me what I do, and they've already made some assumptions about what I do based on the way I look. So, librarian, yeah, obviously. Substitute teacher. Not a real teacher, she doesn't have the gravitas, but a substitute. Perhaps this woman looks like she's got quite a good typing speed, and or a very small niche OnlyFans. Jokes on them, I'm terrible at admin. And then I've had the audacity to tell them that, oh, actually, I get up on stage and tell my little jokes. And I say it with the same apparently unearned confidence that I might say that I'm a lion tamer, or a famous astronaut, or the other sister out of the cause who nobody talks about because somehow she came out English. But I do this. And comedy, it changes a person. It does change you. I've gone from not knowing any comedians in real life to everybody I know that is a comedian or will be soon. If some of you aren't comedians yet, just let it happen. Don't fight it. The thing that changes you most, though, is your priorities shift. You start to do things because you think you'll get a good anecdote out of it. So you'll take that stupid job, you'll go on that ill-advised date, you'll jump out of that plane. I did something quite silly, really. I procreated. I thought, children, there's a rich scene of comedy there. Why not pop an entire human being out of the old vagina, see what happens? When I say old vagina, it's no older than the rest of me. Hand me down. Big purse, love it. No, I had a kid, and it's going pretty well. I fed her today, so. I love being a parent, though. I really love having a kid. I think it is so moving being privileged to watch this screaming potato gradually blossom into a weirdly dependent flatmate. Love having a kid. Didn't love being pregnant, though. Didn't love that at all. Maybe I was doing something wrong. Hello. Suddenly this microphone works. Maybe I was doing something wrong. I mean, I did what I had to do. I kept her in there. Didn't leave my womb at the shops. But maybe I was doing something wrong in terms of my attitude, because pregnant women, they're supposed to be radiant, aren't they? Yeah, I was not radiant. I was not a glowing fertility goddess. I was more of an angry sphere with wind. Found out I was pregnant the normal way, peeing on a stick. Still think that's quite a weird thing to be the normal way to do something. In most situations in life, I've found peeing on something optional, if not frowned upon. School run? No. Jury duty? No. Funeral? Depends on the person who died. Depends on who died. Families have their traditions, don't they? I'm not here to kink shame the dead. No, I love having a kid. The thing about having a kid, though, is that you spend so much of your life, so much of your time, your energy, your soul parenting, that when your kid's not around you and it's time to stop parenting, it's really hard to turn it off. You do find yourself pointing out moo cows to strangers on the bus. Worst one of these that ever happened to me was my partner at the time had a friend round. So this was two guys in their late 30s, kicking back, playing cards in my living room. And let me tell you, it really does change the whole vibe of an evening. When you go up to your long-term romantic partner and his friend, who you don't know very well, lean over them and say, "Will Mummy get you a drink?" I had to have a threesome that night just to save face. You've been absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, you've been Chrissy, Derbyshire. Thank you very much. You've made